applause. Thank you so much.
Okay, let's do
Guys, can we have a group picture with Andrew before he leaves? Because he has to leave. Yani, let's all stand together. And behind please. Yeah, yeah, if you leave. Guys, who's going to take the picture for us?
Someone take a picture first.
Is there any phone? عايزين our mobile. Where's our mobile? Yeah. طب ليه انت ما تيجي فيها؟
حط وجهي اصلا.
انا غطي وجهي اصلا.
Okay, guys. Here, 3, 2, 1, action.
حرية حرية
حرية حرية
فلسطين عربية
فلسطين عربية
free free
Palestine
free free
Palestine
from the river to the sea
Palestine will be free
from the sea to the river
Palestine will live forever. See you soon.
Bless you.
See you
Thank you
soon.
for coming.
Bye.
Bye guys. One more.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Andrew.
We love you.
Free, free.
Palestine
Free free
Palestine
from the river to the sea
Palestine will be free.
from the sea to the river
Palestine will live forever.
from the river to the sea
Palestine will be free.
from the sea to the river
Palestine will live forever.
فلسطين عربية
فلسطين عربية
حرية حرية
حرية حرية
فلسطين عربية
فلسطين عربية
حرية حرية
حرية حرية
حرية
حرية
فلسطين عربية
فلسطين عربية
وإسرائيل حرامية
وإسرائيل حرامية
وانتفاضة شعبية
وانتفاضة شعبية
يا حكام عربية جبانة
يا حكام عربية زمانة
لسه مقاومة وانتوا خيانة
لسه مقاومة وانتوا خيانة
مصر مشاركة في الحساب
مصر مشتركة.
يا دي السل ويا دي العار
يا دي العار
يا دي السل ويا دي العار
مصر مشاركة في الحساب
مصر مشاركة في الحصار
ويا دي الذل ويا دي العار
يا دي السل ويا دي العار
سيتي بقى غزة بالدولار
سيبها غزة بالدولار
سيتي بقى غزة بالدولار
سيبها غزة بالدولار
سيتي بقى غزة بالدولار
سيبها غزة بالدولار
يا حكام عربية جبانة
حكام عربية زمانة
لسه مقاومة وانتوا خيانة
لسه مقاومة وانتوا خيانة
مصر بيحكمها السفاح
مصر بيحكمها السفاح
يسقط يسقط عبد الفتاح
يسقط يسقط عن فتاح
مصر بيحكمها السفاح
مصر بيحكمها السفاح
يسقط يسقط عبد الفتاح
يسقط يسقط عن فتاح
From the river to the sea
Palestine will be free
From the sea to the river
Palestine will live forever
From the river to the sea
Palestine will be free
From the sea to the river
Palestine will live forever
Free, free,
Palestine
free, free
Palestine
1, 2, 3, 4
Occupation number 4 Israeli separatist
1, 2, 3, 4
Occupation number 4
5, 6, 7, 8
واللي بيهتف مش هيموت. علي 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 على الثورة علي علي على الثورة علي. حرية حرية عربية عربية
Down military route. Please say it with me loudly. يسقط حكم العسكر.
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 حرية
حرية فلسطين عربية. حرية حرية
فلسطين عربية. فلسطين حرة حرة.
فلسطين حرة حرة.
الصهيوني برا برا.
والصهيوني برا برا. الصهيوني برا برا. لندن يا فلسطين.
تسقط إسرائيل.
تسقط إسرائيل.
لندن يا فلسطين.
لندن يا فلسطين.
تسقط إسرائيل.
تسقط إسرائيل.
لندن ألف تحية.
لندن ألف تحية.
فلسطينية.
يا مقاومة فلسطينية.
يا فلسطين.
يا فلسطين يا فلسطين.
إحنا معاك اليوم الدين.
إحنا معاك اليوم الدين. يا فلسطين يا فلسطين. إحنا معاك اليوم الدين.
Me and him will do it. I know. It's telling all the Arab leaders, I'm sorry it's in Arabic, but it's telling all the Arab leaders that you are different from the nation. And honestly, I want that to hear it Fasari will explain it. It means that this Arab nation actually sold the nation, sold the land, sold everything. They are different from us. So bear with me and him يعني. اللي خانوا العهد منا
اللي خانوا العهد واستباحوا كل حاجة
استباحوا كل حاجة استهانوا بالعروبة
استهانوا بالعروبة واستكانوا للخواجة واستكانوا للخواجة
عمرهم ما يكونوا منا
عمرهم ما يكونوا منا هم حاجة واحنا حاجة
هم حاجة واحنا حاجة هم حاجة واحنا حاجة
هم حاجة واحنا
اللي باعوا البندقية
اللي باعوا البندقية
الوطن والجلابية الوطن والجلابية
نحن أصحاب القضية
احنا اصحاب القضية
نحن أصحاب القضية
واحنا اصحاب القضية احنا نشهد بيها مصر احنا نشهد بيها مصر احنا نشهد بيها مصر احنا نشهد بيها مصر It means we're not going to sell it because actually Sisi now is selling everything that just concerns our elders agent in this Emirates, Southeast, and you know very well in the or the design. That's why we say we're not going to sell it. We different ability. This is the whole. وحرية حرية
حرية حرية
فلسطين
عربية حرية حرية
فلسطين
عربية فلسطين حرة حرة صهيوني برا برا
She's going to say a speech now. I stopped being Whoa.
I want you to say I want to take this aside.
القصاص القصاص
القصاص قتلوا ولادنا بالرصاص العصابة لسه حاكمة شهيد بتنادي بيهاجم لي حق ولادي حق ولادي احنا نجيبه حق ولادي مش هنسيبه علي 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 الصوت علي 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 الصوت واللي بيهتف مش هيموت واللي بيهتف مش هيموت
يلا جو انا يبقى تسكاش
Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Louder. Yeah.
Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yay! Okay. So عيش حرية عدالة اجتماعية كرامة إنسانية. Bread, freedom, social justice, and human dignity. Today we gather to commemorate 14 years since the glorious Egyptian revolution in 2011. A revolution fueled by the fire of justice, dignity, and freedom. On the 25th of January 2011, the people of Egypt rose up as one, demanding an end to oppression, the restoration of their humanity, and the realization of social justice. The streets of Egypt echoed with the chants of hope, and in that historic moment, the Egyptian people declared, "We refuse to be silenced." Side by side with the flags of Egypt, the flags of Palestine flew high, for our struggles have always been inseparable.
True. Yes.
The people of Egypt who fought for freedom and dignity understood that these principles are universal, that our liberation is bound together, and that the fight for Palestine is the fight for all oppressed peoples, because Palestine is our umbrella of resistance. As we commemorate the Egyptian revolution, we also honor the Palestinian people whose resistance has shaken the foundations of Western imperialism. The ceasefire in Gaza is not simply just an agreement, but a testament to the strength and steadfastness of the Palestinian people and of their resistance. Against all odds, they continue and have endured siege, bombardment, and betrayal from the Arab leaders. Shame! They have faced the most indescribable crimes against humanity committed by the Zionist entity, backed by global powers, with the help of the traitor Arab leaders, and yet they have stood firm. The world may have tried to break them, but the Palestinian people have defeated the entire system of oppression with their unyielding will. Let us not forget that this victory is not merely political, it is a victory of the human spirit. It is the victory of the mother and father who rebuild their home after every attack, of the child who studies by candlelight in their tent, of the prisoner who refuses to be silenced.
Yes.
This is the strength of Palestine. And it is strength that inspires all of us who struggle for liberation, for dignity, and for justice. Our revolution, like the struggle of Palestine, is a fight against Western imperialism. It is a fight against systems that exploit the poor to enrich the wealthy, that use labor to build empires on the backs of the oppressed. The powers that claim to champion democracy are the same powers that silence those who speak out for justice and liberation. The same powers that profit from the suffering of the oppressed. Here, in the heart of colonialism, we've seen hypocrisy in its highest form. How the white colonizer still pushes their status quo and colonize our countries. How those in power like Keir Starmer and the Labour government preach that this is a so-called democratic society that advocates for the freedom of expression and assembly, and that they advocate for human rights. Yet tell me why 77 to 125 people were arrested at the most recent national march. Tell me why students at universities are arrested for occupying their own buildings. Students are suspended and expelled and not allowed to study. And more severely, tell me why there are 22 Palestine Action political prisoners that were unjustly arrested under the Counterterrorism Act and are still in remand in prison. Speaking of that, I want to give a big shout out to Zoe, Fatima, Cameron, Ellie, Yulia, Jordan, and all of our loved ones, one of whom is Q, my dear sister, and to all the inspirational families like the mothers, like Claire, like Emma, like Sukaina, and the sisters and the families like Shams, who stand behind our political prisoners until the very end. Now in Egypt, the Sisi regime, a statistic came out recently, 4 days ago, that about 129 Egyptians simply for supporting Palestine. And this was after the ceasefire deal, including university students, are currently detained in Egyptian prisons. Those university students, their only crime was creating a social media page in solidarity with the Palestinians in Palestine and in Gaza. But not only that, overall, there's about 60,000 to 100,000 political prisoners in Egypt. This always connects their struggle to the tens of thousands of Palestinians in Zionist prisons who are enduring and subjected to the worst forms of torture. And while Egypt's streets are filled with solidarity, the Sisi regime has done more than betray Palestine at every turn. They have become a willing accomplice in the Zionist entity's crimes. Under the so-called deal of the century brokered by Trump, Sisi stood by as Palestine was carved apart. The deal states that Palestinians would be displaced from Gaza to Sinai and that those in the West Bank would be displaced to Jordan. But the steadfast resistance and resilience of the Palestinian people has shown that they are failing to implement this plan because Palestinians will remain steadfast on their homeland in their millions. Not to mention that Sisi and his son Al-Irghani have turned Sinai into a militarized zone. Al-Irghani's army enforces policies that do not protect Egyptians but serve Western imperialism and foreign interests. Sinai is controlled by this army, a militia used to serve the interests of the regime. One of the reasons why we call Sisi the Hameti of Egypt, because like in Sudan, Sisi is trying to turn people against each other. Sisi is doing the same as what is happening in Sudan, specifically in Sinai, dividing the population, fulfilling the Zionist entity's goal of their plans to occupy Sinai as a part of the so-called Greater Israel. Rafah, the lifeline for Palestinians in Gaza, the bribes have doubled from $5,000 to $10,000. Aid was blocked, medical patients are left to die, and those fleeing genocide for medical treatment, not displacement, are turned back. He claimed that he was abiding to international law, although international law was breached multiple times. The so-called peace treaty between Egypt and the Zionist entity was breached when Rafah was bombed multiple times, killing not only Palestinians, but 7 Egyptians. Shame! We had to hear about it from the Zionist entity, their media, and not Egyptian media, because the government did not say one word about those Egyptians that were killed in Rafah. Not to mention the crossing of Israeli ships through the Suez Canal. Shame! The blockade of aid, the bribes are not only acts of cruelty, it is an act of complicity. The Zionist entity controls our border, and now they're saying they're going to get help from the Palestinian Authority, puppets of the West. Mahmoud Abbas, he's killing his own people in the West Bank, arresting them and handing them over to the IOF. Shame! Together they tighten the noose around Gaza, attempting to crush its people whilst enriching themselves, ethnically cleansing Palestinians. But the betrayal doesn't stop in Egypt. Across the Arab world, leaders have sold Palestine to the West to secure their own power. They normalize relations with the Zionist entity, sign trade deals, and abandon the people they are actually meant to serve. These leaders will never be free. They are colonized, their regime sustained by Western imperialism. But we are here to say we will not be silenced, and we will not stop until our border is open to let aid through and Palestinians in for medical treatment, until every prisoner is freed. We will not stop until the chains of imperialism are broken, not just in the Arab world, but everywhere across the globe. And though the path is long and the obstacles great, we remain steadfast. And I keep repeating that our steadfastness comes from our brothers and sisters in Palestine. And the revolution will continue, not just in Egypt, but in Sudan, in Congo, for all the oppressed peoples across the globe. And to quote my wonderful sister Q, who's currently on remand, the youngest political prisoner in the UK who's unlawfully detained, we have nothing to fear, nothing to lose except our humanity. Victory is promised, my friends. So resist, resist, resist. We stand here today not just to remember, but to recommit ourselves to the fight. Let the world hear us. We will not stop. We embody the strength, resilience from all of our revolutionaries in Egypt, Palestine, all of our political prisoners. Because from Tahrir Square to Gaza, from Sinai to the streets of West Bank, our struggles are one. Our fight is one. Long live the resistance. Long live the revolution! So when we say this next chant, be as loud as you can. In our thousands, in our millions. We are all Palestinians. In our thousands, in our millions. We are all Palestinians. حرية حرية فلسطين عربية فلسطين عربية. We don't take Zionist orders. We don't take Zionist orders. We demand open borders. We demand open borders. علي 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 علم الثورة علي علم الثورة علم الثورة علي علم الثورة علي.
That everyone chants, but be ready because this microphone will pass by all of you. This is our style. Fire going to chant by force. يلا يا pass ده. يلا. Pass it, pass it to anyone just like that. And yeah.
See on the window. Yeah.
يا ولاد حارتنا أخذوا حارتنا مسكوا طارتنا طارتنا الطير طير العصافير طارتنا الطير طير العصافير طيروا الأحزان كنيابك أخذوا حارتنا كسروا لعبتنا طب تسكت ليه؟ طب تسكت ليه؟ يلعن أبوها يلعن أبوها علي شافوها علي شافوها فلسطينية حرة عربية فلسطينية حرة عربية يلعن أبوها علي شافوها يلعن أبوها علي شافوها فلسطينية حرة عربية فلسطينية حرة
Okay, guys, this is chant, one of my favorite chants, and I was surprised to know yesterday it's written by Mama Azza, which says, يا سيسي ويا يا سيسي ويا عرة يا سيسي ويا الثورة مستمرة الثورة مستمرة يا سيسي يا عرة الثورة مستمرة يسقط حب العسكر يسقط حب العسكر
I have to tell you, he's a great rapper. He's going to rap now. Yeah.
لسه متشكر.
Okay, يلا.
Free! Palestine! Free! Palestine! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! From the sea to the river! Palestine will live forever! See, you're a slave! See, you're a slave! Netanyahu to the Hague! Netanyahu to the welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Say it loud, say it clear. Sisi's regime's not welcome here. 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 Sisi, you're a coward. Sisi, you're a coward. We the people have the power. 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 Sisi, shame on you. Sisi, shame on you. Your hands are bloody too. 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 Sisi, shame, shame. Sisi, shame, shame. Every martyr has a name. Every martyr has a name. Yadilal, Yadilal. Yadilal, Yadilal. غصاب الدولار. غصاب الدولار. يا صلوا ويا دلال. يا صلوا يا دلال. سيدنا غصاب الدولار. سيدنا غصاب الدولار. سيدنا غصاب الدولار. سيدنا غصاب الدولار. يا حكام عربية كبانة. يا حكام عربية كبانة. حسبوا قوما والطغيانة. 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 السفارة. مصر ما يحكم السفارة. يسقط الفقدان. يسقط الفقدان. وهي دم محمد حرة. وهي دم محمد حرة. فلسطين حرة حرة. فلسطين حرة حرة.
Not against the roof and just aching you. It's like
Say it loud, say it clear.